Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to pass list of objects from view to controller using jQuery AJAX in ASP.NET MVC. Before we start, I would like to ask you, do me a favor, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe my channel. Let's start. First open the SQL server. What actually we are trying to do here, just like you have a master and details data, just like master in the sense for here I am going to create that student that is for master, and details is that your marks, just like in every subject like a math, physics, chemistry, that all subject, that is your details. So how we will do from view to controller and try to save into database. Let's create the database, that is your student DB, and in the student DB we are going to create the table. The first one is that student ID, that will be integer, student name, that will be the varchar, and student address, that is your varchar 150. Make it this one is the primary key, and table name will be students, and identity column will be the student ID. Now save that table. This one is your master table, and now I'm going to create the detail table. So in the detail table it will be the student detail ID, then teaser, next one will be the student ID, that is your reference, and then subject, that will be the varchar, and marks will be your decimal. Okay, now I'm going to make a primary key student detail ID and write down the name, student details, and the identity column will be student detail ID. That's saved the database. Now refresh, you can see here two tables, one is the student and another one is a student details, right? Now open the Visual Studio, that I have a blank Visual Studio, that's a boilerplate code is here. Now first I'm going to add that entity framework, add new item, select the data, that edu entity model, that model will be student DB, click on add, click on next, click on new connection, that server name will be this, then SQL server, then SA, then password, then select the database is student DB, click on OK. Yes, make a next, this one is your DB entities, make a next, and select the table, that both the table students and student details, click on finish. Now you can see that AJAX file has been created with that student and student details tables. Now right click on a controller, click on add controller, let's select the MVC5 empty controller. Here I'm going to write that home. Now I'm going to create the constructors, and that your entities, going to create that object SBTB. Now I'm going to create that, here I'm going to create that object, that is student DB entities, that's it done. Now create that your view model table, add that class, first class is that your student view model, so add that field, that first one is that your, what's the field is that student name and address, just add that to student name, student student name and address. That another one is that your student address. That's two things. Again, I'm going to create one more. Now we created that outside. Okay, no problem. So next one, I'm going to create one more class, that is student detail. Okay, that will be the student detail model. So student detail model will be that your, just close this one, student detail model. That first one is that subject, and next one will be the decimal, your marks. Okay, that is done. So this one, it will come here, that student view model. It will be your list of your student view model. So it will be the list of student view model. Okay, that is done. Now open the controller, right click and add that view. That will be your index view. Click on OK. Going to create the table. Actually, first this table is for your option. There we are going to add that your subject and your marks. So at first it will be the tr, then td. Here I'm going to write like first it will be that your subject, and second td, it will be that marks, your mark. And okay, this one is your done. And for another table, that is for table, this for there, that once you are going to click that add, it will be the add into that this particular table, this another table. So here it will be that t head, and going to add that tr, then th. Th is will be the first, it will be the subject, and another th will be your marks. Okay, so it will be add here. So I'm going to give the name. First I will write like the class table condense, and style, your width will be make it 100%. Okay, that is done. And here, sorry, this one, it will be the input type, the text box input type, that is a text box. So that value blank, and name, your name will be here, it will be subject. And one more thing need to add, that is your id, your text subject. Okay, next I'm going to copy this and add here this for marks. So just change to txt marks, and that name will be also marks. That value is there. Now going to add that button, that is your tr, one td, and going to add that button, that input type, that will be the button. So id equal to button save, and value will be the save. Okay, button save. Now call the jQuery, open the script folder and select that jQuery mean.js, this one, drag here. Now I'm going to write that script. The type is equal to JavaScript. Alright, document.ready, document.ready. Okay, this function is going to add. And what's the name of button? So it will click right here that your selector dot click that function. Okay, now going to create one function. There we can write the to add that. So that function that add student records. Okay, delete this data. Correct. So it will be add into this list. So I'm going to create that variable student records. So add that your tr, then td. First record will be that selector txt. Your first one will be the subject dot value. Then again close the td and then open the td. Now again make a plus. Just copy this one, another one for this for marks, then plus, then close the td and close the tr. That too is done. Okay, once you click that, save this one, this function I'm going to call it here, this one done. Now check that what's the name of this, give name here, that id table student records. This one will be the need to add here. Make it all id selector, that your table selector dot, here you can like a last dot append your code, like done. After the add, we are going to clear that text box. Just clear the text box. Yep, text box will clear. Now run the application. Let's see. Now here, just like I'm to add that math, marks is 99, just added. Then another one is that biology 97, add history 29, that add. So you can see here data is adding here. That add. So you can see here now it's adding. So I'm going to create one button here. So once you're going to click a save, so it will be try to save. So with that list of data, that all those data should be saved at one times. So that is your, so here it's adding going to create one input type that is for button. That value is equal to save data. Here I am going to change this some value. This one for add value, it will be add button, add records into right. So here that it will be all records. Okay, so this one will be the saved data. That value is the saved data. Name will be saved data, and ID button save data. Then class, I am going to use that button dash primary. Just save and reload again. Now I can see here the button. So if I am going to add something here, it will be add. It will be add like that. Okay, this one it will be add. Now call this method. Here also again in the document.ready function, I'm going to write dot click function. That is done. Here I am going to create one function. That is a function. Name of the function is save student records. No parameters is required. That is done. So this one I am going to call here. Okay, so now stop debugging, and here I'm going to create one more action method that it will be return that your what's the name, detailed model. Okay, this one. So it will be that enumerable of student model. So it will be that your list of student details model, and this one it will be the HTTP post. This one is HTTP post. Okay, call this one here. So going to write like a where this one is equal to new array. That is it, done. Okay, now what's the table name? This one is your table name. This data we need. So what we'll use dollar that selector. Okay, this is actually your selector, the table selector. So dot find tr gt 0. Why we are writing like a greater gt means greater 0 means like the first your header row, we should skip that value. So that's why we are writing like a gt greater than 0. Dot each function, in the each function that function okay. First one is your like a where. First one is your subject. So subject it will be dollar. This means your current row. Dot find your which column you want, like a TT is your column. Then equal to, that is equal to 0. 0 is your then text. Okay, next one, this one for second one is for marks, so that column will be 1. Okay, till now it's okay. Now we'll check, make an alert that is subject marks. We'll check, run the application. Going to add some data like math 98, biology 97, computer 98. Okay, now I'm going to click the save data. Let's see that math 98 is coming. If you click OK, then it will come biology 97 and then computer 98. Okay, and click on OK. Now this data we're trying to save. Just open the Visual Studio. Till now it's okay here. Open the student view model. Here that is a student detail model. So going to create that is student your where this one is here your data like blank. So here need to add like a this dot first. What is the value? That is a, open this one, go to finish. First one is a subject. So going to add a subject. So subject will be your subject here. Okay, then this will be model dot marks. So open that, this one is your marks. So right here marks, scroll to your marks. Now your list dot push method, and you have to add this object. Yeah, done. Till now it's done. Oh, till now it's, yeah, this function. Okay, now come here, we'll call the dollar dot AJAX. It will be first, it will be async. Yeah. So I can see this will be the true, async will be the true. Then make a type. Type is equal to your post data type. Make a JSON. Yeah, your data type is equal to JSON. Then content type. Application JSON. Char set is equal to UTF equal to 8. Okay, then URL make a your home controller, then your index. So data equal to, your data will be your list. So JSON dot string if y, add the data. Now success is equal to function your data. The next one will be the error, that is a function your data. Okay, just move this one and add that error. There is some problem, and here going to write like a data. Just make a breakpoint here. Let's see if data is coming correct or not. Open that Chrome and reload again. Add something A1 B5 C8 D9. Now click on save. Let's see, data is coming. It's coming perfect. Okay, this one is coming perfect. Now close that. Now here we're going to change. Let's close this. This one is your object. First one, we are going to add your students. Okay, so student is, if you look that parameter, it's asking that student. So create that object of a student, obj student equal to new student. So try to add some here. This one I'm going to add some dummy data, just like a student name. I'm going to write like a tuition. Another one is that address, student address, that will be going to write like a Bangalore. Okay, now try to save this one. That is student, it will be save. Student.add. Okay, that now save changes. Once it will be saved, that is it's adding. Now here I am saving that data. Once it will be saved, then we will get that ID, that is your student ID. Make that integer, student ID equal to dot student ID. So you will get the student ID. Make a for each loop to add the details. So copy this one, make it that item. So create that another object of student details, like obj student details is equal to new student details. Okay, now here add the some data dot your marks will be the item dot marks, and the next one is that marks. After that subject, your subject is that item dot subject, and one more thing is that is your student ID. So student ID will get that, this one is your student ID. Now add that one dot student details dot add. So what is that add? We are going to add this object. Then now do this one dot save changes. That is done. And here it will be the return that JSON result, and that instead of view I'm going to return the JSON. So there I'm going to write like data successfully added, comma now get. Okay, let's remove the breakpoint, and after that we will clear that data. So we'll get the message. Now run the application. Let's open that SQL server. Just close this. Now check the data in the student details. Select. Okay, it's empty. Next one also you can check this empty. Now open this browser. Now try to add math 97 99 computer T4 MVC T7 SQL Server 99. Click add. Now try to save. Click on save. The data successfully added. Click on OK. Okay. Now check in the database in the student. Now you can see this one is that master data tuition, and here you can see the your details. See, you got the details also. Now further we'll do what we'll do. Let's close this one. Open that your index. Close this one. So here you can see that. I hope it's clear. Thanks for watching.